I want to ask you about how your faith feeds your music. On the surface of it, with simple gifts and a lot of the compassion and charitableness in much of your lyric, I find there's a very Christian component. But maybe not necessarily from your point of view. Talk to me about that.
It's really interesting to me because I get a lot of people who come up to me and say, "Are you a Christian?" And I go, "Well, what do you think?" "Well, your music seems to be." And then if they press me really hard, Willie, I say this: "Yeah, I guess I want to be a Christian the way Jesus wanted to be a Jew." And they go, "What the hell does that mean?" And I go, "Yeah, but no, I'm sticking to that. I mean, my hero was Jewish. He was a Jewish guy. But where are we anymore?" I've celebrated Ramadan. I've been to temple so many times. I played at temple, I mean, what's Christianity? I don't know, but it should be about togetherness. I mean, and that's what my music is about, really. And what does togetherness mean? Well, if you're from a family of 9 kids, you wait your turn for the bathroom. I mean, like, there's a lot of lessons in life that come through togetherness. It's about compassion. It's about lifting each other up when somebody's down. My little sister is Down syndrome, and I used to go punch older kids that were twice my size if they laughed at her because she looked funny. I remember in a Red Owl store. Remember Red Owl store?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I was in a Red Owl store, and some junior high kid was calling my sister a little monkey girl, and I went up and I gave him a bloody nose right in front of the Cheerios, because like, you're talking about my sister, man. Don't ever use that R word like that, dude. And then music becomes a way to share that experience. Finding myself in a place now where I've got this quote unquote disability, I've had to stare that in the face my whole life, either watching what happens to people that aren't given all the 52 cards in the deck, or finding myself in a place where all of a sudden things that used to work don't work anymore, so.
You're referring to your focal dystonia in your hand.
Yeah. So my faith, ultimately I have faith in you. I have faith in me if we can work together. I have faith in togetherness. And I like some of the stuff in the Bible that gets kind of like mystical, where they say, God's ways aren't man's ways. Whoa, that's pretty obvious. I mean, I do believe there's a creative force behind everything, and I believe there's anointed individuals that have come along to share their pipeline to the source, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad. I'm sure I would have enjoyed talking to all of them. And I would talking to Lao Tzu, the Tao, and the Buddha, Siddhartha. Who wouldn't welcome those people all to dinner? Maybe not the same night. That could get confusing. But, I don't know what anybody has if they don't have a belief in something greater than the now. And again, music is just one way to kind of peek around the corner.
How about that? A form of time travel, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a piece called Further Back. I can see past today. We go further back than yesterday. We go the point at which there's a perfection the moment you were created, and we forget about that. I heard Kevin Kling on an interview this morning talk about how when you're a little one, you've just come from the creator. And as you get a lot older, you're getting closer to going back to the creator. So there's something about little kids and older people that he really likes, because he can see the connection, And I'm a huge fan of Kevin Kling.
I need to refresh myself on him. Comedic writer?
Storyteller, born with a problem with one of his arms, didn't work. And it didn't slow him down. He learned to ride a motorcycle with one hand, and then, of course, he crashed it. And then he lost the use of his other arm. But he's one of the most interesting storyteller, philosopher, humorists, with a tremendous Minnesota kind of an imprint on his accent and the way that he tells stories. If you're not from Minnesota, everything in Fargo is pretty close, to being real about us. And it goes deeper than the accent. there's a something about this part of the world that's unique, just like every place.